as they're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
This is it! In the car! 18! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, it's free! Hey, 59! 22, Mark 22!
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Check 50, check 50. Watch twist. Check 99. Hey, alert, alert.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Point it right. Hey, orbit. Alert.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Point it right. Hey, Delta. Right there. 54, right there. Run. Watch twist. Shoot. Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, just like that. Just like that. Smooth.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 15.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, check.
Now again, right side McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got his man, Hilton. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A beautiful fake. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. SOS. High alert. Roy.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This is it. 19. 52 right here. 52. Motion. 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Watson. Got a man and it's Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it.
I got you, boy.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Check 9. Hey, Zoo. I got you.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Go. 54. Mike, 54. I know he ain't got it. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. All day. Run. Any day. He's coming. We got double. Kings.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
180. Marcus. Switch. Pistol. Hey, Wahoo. Check that.
Mayfield now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Now the pressure gets to him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
25 yards that time. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check. Regular.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Alert!
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hey! High 7! King!
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 6 yards in the first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
King! Bravo! Point it right.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry, hurry. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, exit. 55 is mine, guys, 55. I got you. I got you.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Alpha. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mine's 54.
Mayfield with it once more. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 31, Mayfield. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Check. Crunch.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. You got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Squeeze, double. Hurry.
They will run again with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Break. 180. Protein spill. Let's get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a run with Cook. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check. Come to the floor. Back to the mic.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Rip right. Alert. Hey, watch the slant. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
52, Mike, 52. Now watch.
From the 41, Watson. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
First down, Packers.
On first down, Watson. Complete to Hilton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Watson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On fourth down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And the catch made by Hilton. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Show regular. 80 weapon. Watch the whip.
Now Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw once more on second and 10. Watson, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
We got three. Come on. Mike 22.
Watson looks to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Mike 22.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. I said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54.
Topper!
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield on the screen. This is Coleman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Pilot, 64, weak. I got you.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Watch the ship. 25, check 25, check 25. Quick the edge. Come.
Hurry, hurry. I got you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman.
Run.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Pistol. I got you.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. 19, 52, and 24. And it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 52.
Throwing again is Watson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Pass protection has been a